Welcome back. It's Saturday, it's four-wheel drive, it's qualifying round 4 and it's heat 10, which is the second from top heat. And if you have been following the online results, you may be finding it hard to work it all out. You're best off having a look at the Facebook page, RacewayOne Facebook page, and the order is there. And the main thing of note is that Marcus Kerup, who's the fastest man on track, currently sitting 43rd after a rain affected round in Q2 and a breakage in Q3. He only has one score, which is a 0, which is the best one you can get. 2 rounds to go, so the pressure isn't on just yet, but he needs to have a good run, as we spot Marcus over there. Not in this heat, but in heat 11.
7 minutes ahead of time schedule, so we have a very small break. Very small one. We have to do it because we have to stick about to the time schedule, and 7 minutes is way too far ahead. Sorry, guys.
Well, the event marred by issues regarding the timing. People up, cold up, ready to go, and the race director having a problem and holding everything up. There's been a lot of waiting around. Something not quite going right with the organisation of this event. Not sure what it is. It's their 6th day sort of trying to work it out, and it hasn't been fixed, so we'll say it's unfixable, whatever the problem is. I haven't been told what the problem is, but now EFRA chairman Paul Worsley is up in race control. If he's any sense, he'd be telling them to get going, everyone's ready. There it is. A lot of hand gesturing going on in race control. Well, I'm not going to put you through waiting for 7 minutes, so we will come back in a moment when the drivers are on the warm-up lap. And boom, like magic, we're back. Look at that. Where did that 7 minutes go? Just flew away. Now we're going to have a little bit of an issue seeing the wall of moderate injury from here. Not really a wall of death. Wall of coma, we call it. How about that? Kind of half there. But fairly good chance of coming out of it still alive. The wall of coma.
Starting on road 4, 10 is 3, 2, 5, 4, 8 in the front. And then we got 10, 9, 6, 1, 7 in the back.
So if you are from the BRCA, one of our regular viewers, we have Neil Craig and we have the Hull brothers, both of them in this heat. That is the British contingent. See, Pecco is there, Alexander Landon is there, Clement Boda is there, David Ongaro,
8, 7, 6,
Joan Hatton is there,
4, 3,
and Jesper
2,
Rasmussen.
1. Start of car 3.
So it's Ongaro away first. We'll keep an eye on him. Try and get the focus on the zoom level on the camera, such as right now, so you can try and get a good look at him.
Car 9. Car 6.
But not too bad.
Car 7.
Somebody once wrote that my videos were like looking at model car racing through a microscope. So trying a little bit too zoomed in. So we'll try and keep it zoomed out. Try and up the standards. As we're always trying to do. So David with the factory testing body shell. 1 can white. Up the wall of coma and down and into the trickiest set of jumps I've ever come across, because it's a blind entry with a bump on the entry and you cannot tell where the car is going to appear. absolutely mental stuff. David looks okay. I would have expected him to be a potential winner. Yeah, well look, you know, what can I say? He's extremely fast, obviously. I'm not taking anything away from him. I would say, having seen him race many times, that this is on the slightly cautious end of his driving. I'd say he's looking for a time. He doesn't want any mistakes. You see that bad landing? There's nothing to do with him. That was just the nature of this track. He's quite good through there. He's having, the car is less upset than some of the other competitors. We have no results board in front of us, and we have no reliable online results, so I can't tell you who's leading the heat. The race program doesn't announce what the order is, but anyway, this is car number 3, David Ongaro from Italy, driving Associated. And that's the first time over that jump I've seen him look a little bit wayward. Still not bad. Now, as he makes his way up to the back bumper of Pekka Ivanen from Finland, Pekka letting him through. Pekka, of course, one of our friends from the EOS. Rapid on indoor carpet. Next year the Euros will be on indoor carpet for the first time. It will be interesting from the point of view that we will see a lot of seasoned EOS competitors much further up the race order than we would normally expect. So this is heat number 10, qualifying round 4. There is rain forecast, but I believe it's not going to be till later in the day. We've stayed with David Ongaro the whole time. We're just going to find somebody else now. We're going to have a look at Neil Cragg. Neil, of course, recently celebrating the 1-year birthday of his son, who we've met at the BRCA this year. It's a tough time being a new dad. I've done it a couple of times. And I think your whole body chemistry changes due to the lack of sleep and disrupted sleep and all those extra things that have to be done. So, well done to Neil for pushing through and still putting in very respectable times with all that going on. Neil's car actually looks way better than it did yesterday. It looked okay yesterday, but it looks pretty rock solid there today. Yeah, he's particularly good through the whoops, as they're being called. Wouldn't be my choice of name, but try not to have any whoopses anywhere. Yeah, Neil very quick over that red jump. Look, generally going very well, I think. I think he's running at a very similar pace to what we'd see him run at the front of BRCA finals, I think. Again, just trying not to have mistakes. You can see there, he got funny landing. Wasn't able to set it up for the second double. This is what's going on. There really is no fault. The race is over. No idea who won that. That gives you a look at the 2 associated cars of Ongaro and Cragg. Cragg going for the quad, does it? Gets hung up there. Okay, well look, that is heat 10. We're now going to magically make time drop again until heat 12 are on their warm-up lap. So just to remind you, this is qualifying, four-wheel drive qualifying round 4, heat number 12. That man on the right is Marcus Carup, that teenager really, soon to be a fully grown man, only 15 years of age. Marcus needs this one to count. It's not the be-all and end-all, but it would be very convenient just to make this one count. Beside him was the oldest competitor in the two-wheel drive A-file, Jorn Newman, going well. And then we have Michael Orlowski, who is probably one of the biggest challengers for pole position. And we have Misha Widmeyer from Germany, S-Works, Daniel Kobovic, Max Gotzel, Noah Ben Mohammed, Bruno Coelho, Martin Bayer, and Björk Kilic.
10, 7, 1, 9, and 5 behind.
So check the zoom, we're good.
Marshals ready, drivers ready.
Let's
You've got check time.
watch Carup.
9,
We're having a very associated
6, 5,
themed
4, 3,
video this time. Followed 2 associated cars last run, and we're going to follow associated this time.
start
Then we'll.
of car 3,
So here's Carup away.
car
Carup,
4, car 8,
he needs
car 6,
a 0,
car 10,
and then
car
really,
7, car 1,
considering the rain affected round,
car 5,
well, 3 zeros would seal it. 2 has a very good chance of it. So let's try and see what Carup's car is doing in comparison to Neil Craig. Well, very similar. Very similar. Yeah, Carup very, very good over those jumps, certainly that time. Just taking a little bit more time between the jumps to ensure the car is planted. So as Marcus Carup makes his way around, looking for the fastest time, I can tell you that there is rain forecast for later today. I hope it doesn't come, because the rain that was forecasted for 9:30 this morning didn't come. It's a little bit hard to tell. The wind has picked up, and that's usually a sign that it's coming. So at this point we're about a minute and a half in or so at a guess. Carup looking good. Plenty of speed. If I can try and keep the camera on him. So big thanks to Schumacher and to Rude Bits. They are our sponsors for this event, and next week in Torch at the BRCA, our normal sponsors return. They are of course Model Tune and RC Octane and FF Racing. Marcus Carup. Looking at the pace of Orlowski, really his main challenger. I'm not discounting anyone else, but really this is the people we expect to be at the front are Carup and Orlowski, and I can tell you he is A little bit up on Orlowski. He's just having a magic run, you know. He hasn't got any of the bobbles or problems. He's picking his line and has his timing just right. Very impressive, really, you know.
1 minute left for the clock. Car 8, be aware. Faster car behind you. Should be coming in.
Always know, as you'll understand from watching the downhill skiing, that when they make it look easy, you know they're fast. And Marcus Currup is just, he's not torturing the car. He's just cruising, not a single mistake so far. Careful with the commentator's curse, hasn't worked this time. A bobble, oh, well, he got away with that. I hope I had the camera on. I sort of reacted to him. My hand moved. The throttle thumb moved when I saw he'd underjumped, and the camera moved, so can't keep a good racer down.
25 seconds on the clock, guys. Keep on racing. Track still hot.
So I believe Marcus now on his last lap. And he's over. There you go. It's possible he's done. He is done. He was done.
2 guys coming over the track still hot, guys.
That's okay. He was done.
There he is. We're gonna race.
He was done. He was just trying something.
Thank you, guys.
So I don't see any typical Currup celebrations or anything. You can get those when there's a fastest time. So maybe it wasn't Marcus. The body language is not good. We'll have to go and have a look. We'll have to go and just see the times. It's possible he wasn't fastest. He certainly looked fast. But that is qualifying round 4. So big thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Please hit like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference. You can even leave a comment if you like, and I will reply, because we try and reply to everybody, unless you just put a thumbs up, which is a bit hard to reply to. So I'm just hearing there that Marcus was 3rd in that round. Well, it secures him into the A final. We don't know who's been on pole, but we suggest it's going to run to Q5, so come back to us.